Amy, let me tell you about a magical place that is so exactly designed to be enclosed space, year-round fun for the whole family that I bet you already know what I'm going to say before I even say the name. Let's say it together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Great Wolf Lodge. You got it, Amy.
My kids loved Great Wolf Lodge when we went. You probably already know that it has a huge indoor water park with a wave pool, lazy river, a bunch of massive water slides. But then your pack can hit the other attractions because, wait, there's more.
Great Wolf Lodge has adventure-packed attractions like Magi Quest, a live-action game kids can play throughout the lodge, plus the Northern Lights Arcade. Spent some quality time there, so your kid who loves the lazy river and your kid who loves fantasy games will both have a great time.
Great Wolf Lodge also offers great dining options and complimentary daily events like nightly dance parties, all under one roof. Unpack the car once and you're settled in to have fun. And with 22 lodges across the country, you're always a short drive away from adventure.
We've both had such great times at Great Wolf Lodge, so bring your pack together at a lodge near you. Learn more at greatwolf.com and strengthen the pack. I'm password 0000, and let's move on with our day.
What fresh hell?
Laughing in the face of motherhood.
French fries. I know they are made of potatoes, but potatoes don't taste that good.
With Margaret Abels
and Amy Wilson.
It's about compromise, but stop peeling avocados with a potato peeler, because that is totally wrong.
A podcast that solves today's parenting dilemmas so you don't have to.
2 triangles gives you more sandwich. I can't explain that. It's just the way it is. Hey, everybody. Welcome to What Fresh Hell, Laughing in the Face of Motherhood. This is Amy.
And this is Margaret, and we're back with part 2 of We Settle Your Arguments. We are here to help, friends.
We went to our Facebook page and we asked our listeners to tell us their most long-standing, low-stakes arguments with the people they live with, like, does ketchup go in the refrigerator or not? We got so many answers that we needed to do a part 2 just to serve all of you as fully as we'd like to.
We couldn't really leave any of these dilemmas, conundrums, and marital wars behind.
And some of these this week, it's like, I never thought of this before. This is really, you're bringing me some new things I never even thought to disagree about. I'm just going to go in hot. Rachel wants to know whether one should brush teeth with hot water or cold water. She says, I am 100% team hot water, but my husband thinks I'm crazy and vice versa. Who's right?
Rachel, I hate to tell you, but you're a maniac. I need to get help immediately. There is literally nothing normal about brushing your teeth with hot water. I can't think of anything less pleasant.
I mean, now that I think about it, wouldn't it up the cleaning factor to some extent to use hot water? Wouldn't it get at those stains a little better?
I mean, please don't let Rachel in your brain. This is madness. You're joining a cult at this point.
I'm thrown. I am shook. I never even thought about brushing my teeth
makes no
with
sense.
hot water.
Stop.
No, not even room temp. I run it until it gets cold. No, Rachel, we're sorry.
I occasionally have teenagers who I suspect of having broken in and used my toothbrush when they couldn't find one of their own, like on vacation. And then I will hit it with a little boiling water to kind of sanitize it and make me think that it's okay to now share a toothbrush with someone. But that is a special circumstance. Otherwise, there is no role for hot water in teeth brushing. I'm sorry, Rachel.
But even that, the idea is I know what I'll do. I'll run it under boiling water, not boiling water, hot from the tap for 1.5 seconds. That'll clear any germs that live on there. That we live in a collective fiction that would really be that useful. I'm there with you.
Yeah.
But then why not do that for your teeth?
Well, yeah, listen, sometimes we just have to do things that make ourselves feel better, even though we know they don't actually help us.
So it does clean off the toothbrush, but it doesn't clean your teeth any better, Rachel. So just lose the dream.
Yeah, sorry, Rachel, but wow, you're misguided.
Cassandra wants to know, what is the meaning of mocha? She says her husband thinks mocha just means chocolate. He's wrong. It's only called mocha if coffee is involved.
Cassandra, unlike Rachel, you are 1,000% correct. I mean, some of these things one of my kids asked me recently, what's the difference between an opinion and a fact? And I was giving lots of examples. And this is not an opinion. This is a fact. There is a definition of the word mocha, and it is chocolate that has coffee in it. That's what a mocha is.
Is that the Starbucks definition of mocha, or is that the Webster's dictionary definition? Hold on, I think she's looking it up. I know.
I'm looking it up, guys, because we can't leave this. Uh-oh. We've got a problem. Mocha. Wow, wait a minute. I may have been totally wrong. Mocha, the small irregular shaped coffee beans of plants grown in the mountainous regions of Yemen that produce an earthy, strong coffee of usually medium to high acidity. Coffee prepared from mocha beans.
So the whole idea that there's chocolate syrup in there is some weird American thing?
I guess so, because D is a flavoring made of a strong coffee infusion with a mixture of cocoa or chocolate with coffee.
Okay, right. And you're getting into the fourth meaning. So there's no world in which it's just chocolate. If it's hot chocolate, it's hot chocolate. You put coffee in, it's cafe mocha.
Yeah, and I'm looking at dictionary.com, a fine quality coffee, Kenyan, Colombian, or mocha coffee.
Okay, all right. So there's no chocolate at all.
I don't drink coffee. I don't know anything about coffee, so maybe I was the wrong person. But if you said I want a mocha, that would mean to me you want half hot chocolate. I don't even know if it's half and half, but you want a hot chocolate with coffee in it. That's a mocha.
You want a junky Starbucks, chocolate syrup in it drink. Yeah, we're fooling ourselves. It's just an extra coffee is really what it is. We've all been wrong.
Yeah, Cassandra, don't tell your husband, because we were on your side until we obtained some facts.
No. Her husband thinks it's just chocolate. Her husband is super wrong that it's only chocolate and has nothing to do with coffee. She's like, no, it's coffee and chocolate. We're saying you're both wrong. It's actually just coffee.
Yeah, a mocha that is just chocolate, dead wrong. And then there seems to be another chapter where mocha could also just refer to just coffee. But there's no world in which it refers to just chocolate.
Yeah, just Yemenese coffee.
Wow, I'm glad we got to the bottom of this. We're doing the Lord's work.
Amanda wants to know, is it egg yolk or egg yolk? I say yolk, Amanda says. I don't know how she says it, but I'm trying to get the L in there because I agree with you, Amanda. It's not yoke like an oxen's wooden thing that you put over its back, but how do you say yolk and get to the L in egg yolk?
It's definitely yolk. I mean, I have no opinion other than yolk. I know exactly what you're talking about. I mean, I don't know if you're talking about the oxen harness or the egg yolk, but context clues will get me there, and I would never say yolk.
Yeah, I think I throw a little L in there, like in parenthesis, like it's barely there.
Say it.
Egg yolk, not yolk.
I would say yolk. I would say egg
like
yolk.
Polka. It rhymes with polka, like egg yolka. Pennsylvania polka.
I'm learning so much today.
Rachel wants to know, who's the villain, her or her partner? Do you chunk something in the garbage or chuck something in the trash?
Again, this seems so obvious to me. It's Chuck.
It's Chuck. She says, we're not interested in regional differences. This is not low stakes. After 15 years, this is a matter of correctness. Rachel doesn't tell us whether she's chunk or chuck, so I hope she's saying you chuck something in the trash, because that's definitely the right one.
Chunk has nothing to do with it. I mean, monsters. Chunk? Chuck.
Chunks are like what's in Snickers and makes it taste so good.
Yeah, that's a chunk. And when you chuck something, but now the kids say yeet, so you could just use yeet instead. You could yeet it.
Yeet it in the trash.
I really love, my kids really do not like when I use young people words, but the word yeet is so useful to me that I have adopted into my vocabulary.
Can yeet mean like toss me that pen? Like, can you yeet a pen to somebody and they catch it, or is it just in the trash?
I believe yeet, and the way I use it, although I'm not a young, so I can't really speak to this, I believe yeet is unidirectional and it only goes away from you. To yeet something.
No, but I'm like, I can yeet you a pen, but you want it. I'm not yeeting it in the trash. I'm yeeting it to you, because that's different than throwing it away.
No, I don't believe so. I believe yeet means away to nowhere. I don't believe you can yeet something to someone else. I think you can only yeet something, like yeet that. It's garbage. You yeet it away. I believe.
You yeet it, you chuck it. Under no circumstances do you chunk it.
That I do know.
Gretchen wants to know. Gretchen, I don't know what to say about this. Gretchen says, jigsaw puzzles. Do you build a puzzle or do you work a puzzle?
I feel you work on a puzzle. That's what we do.
I think you do a puzzle. Yeah, I'm working on a puzzle, or look at the puzzle I did, or what are you doing right now? I'm doing a puzzle. I would never say either I'm building a puzzle or I'm working the puzzle right now. I don't hate it.
I wouldn't say I'm working the puzzle. I would say, do you want to work on the puzzle? That I would say. I would accept the phrase, I'm working.
I would be like, that's a little much. I'd be like, that's a little cute. Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, look at you, fancy. But yeah, I understand the phrase working a puzzle. Build a puzzle, I don't think is correct. Build, to me, implies height.
You build a bear.
Yes.
You build a Lego structure.
Yes.
You build a 3D puzzle, like if it's 3D Statue of Liberty with 900 pieces, you would build that. But you're not building like a 500 book covers on the coffee table puzzle.
We're coming down firmly on the side of building involves height only.
Yes. 3-dimensional. It has to be out into space, not just flat, not just side to side.
No building a 2D. That is what we have decided. It is now settled.
Yep.
Amy, let's talk about the role of dish towels. This was a huge source of confusion and warfare.
It's important because we've really worked down paper towels in our house the last couple of years, and I'm proud of that. I think we should, but it does mean that there's a lot of disagreement about how the towels come into play. So let's get to it.
Okay, so let's start at the top. Katie wants to know, is it acceptable to dry your hands with the same towel that is used to dry dishes? My answer is a very, very firm yes.
Yeah, her husband says it's fine because his hands are clean. I mean, presumably if you're doing the dishes, they're clean. Katie says nobody wants to eat off a plate or drink out of a glass that somebody's hands have indirectly been all over. Katie, I think Katie is right, and yet I don't care, and you should use the same towel while you're cleaning the kitchen, same towel to dry your hands and dry the dishes. And then you wash it.
I think that this is one of those things that you want to think there is a huge distinction between someone's hands and your dishes. Like when you have kids, they will often put their hands inside the glass to carry it somewhere. Like it was setting the table, for example. My kids will put their hands.
Oh, like they'll claw it?
Cup it, like picture a C around the outside is the correct way.
Like deep down in, yep, yeah.
Claw, yeah, picture the claw as our master. Like they will claw it so that 2 or 3 of their fingers are inside the part where I'm drinking from. And I will loudly object to that.
It seems to me that you're right. You're trying to get at, Katie's trying to get at that my plate is clean and that towel is dirty, but it's the same as like, let me rinse my toothbrush under kind of hot water for 2 seconds, and that's going to make it clean enough for me to use. We create these fictions for ourselves that make ourselves comfortable. How could we go on? But I think that Katie's wrong. I think she's right in like an ideal world, and she's wrong in how I live my life.
Yeah, I watch chef videos on TikTok. That's in my algorithm on TikTok for some reason. People who watch other people cook stuff and then critique them. And it is like when I watch them, often when it's a professional chef who's watching and being like, this is going to be terrible. She should have seared the chicken breast, whatever it happens to be. That, I don't know, I find it fascinating. But one of the things that drives chefs crazy is people cooking with chicken breasts and then touching anything else. Once you touch a chicken breast, you should wash your hands before touching anything else. And I do think that that's all true. And when my husband's helping me out, I'm often like, okay, wash your hands, or the kids, you know, like you don't touch raw poultry and then touch anything else, because then that's how you're spreading salmonella all over the kitchen, basically. But I do not use like the clean hand, dirty hand system in regard to my dish towels. I just have not gotten that advanced.
But you wouldn't wipe your poultry hands on the towel. Like that's different. That's a bridge too far. I agree. Correct.
So yeah, the low stakes of like a quick dry. I also don't even relate to I feel like when I'm putting dishes, when I'm drying a dish, it's rarely to go on the table. It's to go away, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly. Which means you can just detach from somebody's dish towel, the clean to hand, clean this plate. Like you won't even know which plate it is by tomorrow. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Those germs will be dead by tomorrow because they're good. They have the whole night to die in the cabinet.
Haley wants to know, this is a good question, which side the wash hands towel goes on. So she's got 2 towels. She doesn't say on what. I'm thinking that they must go over like the oven door. You know, people tend to hand towels over that. She says, what side does the wash hands towel go on? The only correct side, says Haley, is the left. Drying dishes towel goes on the right, and her husband likes to switch them up. We're saying one towel, I guess.
Yeah, we're not even getting to this place. We have a oven door on which hang 2 or 3 towels. possibly jolly seasonal towels if it happens to be near a holiday. They might be St. Patrick's Day towels or Valentine's Day towels or Arbor Day towels, whatever towels. I make no distinction. They come on and off. But basically, if you use the towel to do anything other than dry your hands off, it goes in the dirty towel pile.
Right. And how dirty is a dirty towel before you wash it? I feel like when it's like damp.
I think as soon as it's involved, well, we also use them to clean the kitchen, so if it wipes the tables, now it's dirty. Like it pretty much once it's used, it goes back up.
And as we've established in the last episode, when I think a dish towel is dirty enough that it's laundry now, because I've used it to wipe the table or whatever, I throw it on the floor because that is the universal language for this is laundry now. There's no going back. Once a dish towel is on the floor, that means laundry. You can't be like, well, it's still only kind of dirty. Nope, it's on the floor. It must go right to the laundry.
Yeah, we have a little towel basket on the floor and it goes in there. But I have yet another issue with my dish towels. We'll be right back, Amy.
Hellions, it's time for some spring cleaning, and I don't just mean the coat closets. Doing your financial spring cleaning can actually be super easy when you let Monarch do your financial spring cleaning for you. One dashboard that gets your entire financial life organized. No more clutter, no more mess, no more logins scattered everywhere, just accounts, investments, property, and more, all in one place. Get your first year of Monarch for half off, just $50 with promo code FRESH. Monarch allows you to look not only at what you've already spent, but also to plan for the future. With Monarch, you can set savings goals, plan for big purchases, and notice spending trends before they become a problem. I can generate cash flow reports that show me what we spent this quarter, this month, what we're probably going to spend next month, and feel prepared, organized, and knowing how to plan for the future. No more surprises and a lot more clarity. Try Monarch. Use code FRESH at monarch.com to get your first year half off at just $50. That's 50% off your first year at monarch.com with code FRESH.
Amy, when I'm having a good hair day, it usually makes my whole day better. And that's why on every day, I'm taking Nutrafol.
Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement brand. And it's the #1 hair growth supplement brand personally used by dermatologists. Nutrafol's hair growth supplements are peer-reviewed, NSF certified for sport, and clinically tested.
Nutrafol offers multiple formulas for men and women, tailored to different life stages and lifestyle factors, so you get support that's actually right for you. Adding Nutrafol to your daily routine is easy. Order online, no prescription needed, with automated deliveries and free shipping to keep you on track.
Let your hair be one less thing to worry about. See visibly thicker, stronger, faster-growing hair in 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol.
For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you visit Nutrafol.com and enter promo code LAUGHING.
That's Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code LAUGHING. All my kids learned to swim when they were little. It was super important to me that they be confident and safe in the water. There was only one problem with that: taking them to swim lessons. I mean, the pools were freezing. There were always cranky adults doing laps right there. And it was definitely not, for any of us, what you would call fun.
Amy, heard. But now there's Goldfish Swim School. Goldfish takes a really thoughtful approach to swim lessons, combining research-based teaching with a warm, kid-friendly environment that actually helps kids thrive in the water.
Every detail at Goldfish is thoughtfully designed to create a golden experience, from shiver-free, warm indoor pools to comfy waiting areas for parents to professionally trained lifeguards on deck.
Goldfish uses an approach called the science of swim play, which combines guided play with proven teaching techniques to help kids learn to swim, build water safety skills, and gain confidence, all at their own pace. Lessons are designed to meet kids exactly where they're at.
If you've been thinking about swim lessons or just wondering where to start, this is a great opportunity. Right now, Goldfish Swim School is offering a waived membership plus your child's first lesson free at participating locations.
Just visit goldfishswimschool.com/free to find a location near you and enroll using promo code FREE.
That's goldfishswimschool.com/free, promo code FREE.
We have an ongoing debate of when is a towel considered ruined, because I am the kind of chef that regularly sets towels on fire, or like, because we have what is it called when it's just like a disc that heats up? It's just a hot area of the stove.
I believe this is an induction.
Maybe. Whatever, the stovetop gets hot in circles. And it's awful in 9 million ways. First of all, that it doesn't cook well, but also in that, like, my daughter recently fell on it and burned herself quite badly. And I'm constantly throwing a dish towel down while I'm cooking, and it ends up on a hot, I've turned off the oven, but it's still hot enough to be burning the dish towel. I do this, I would say, at least once a month. And then
what clues you? The smell or
usually the smell, the smoke.
The fire department coming.
Sometimes I pick it back up and burn my hand on it. But we have 2 or 3 dish towels that have burn marks on them that we're still using. But the other day I went to use one and it had a large burn mark with a hole in the center. And I was like, I think at hole in the center, it's time to call this one. Make it a rag.
It's like the jeans. If there's more holes than towel, you've used it well enough. Tiffany wants to know which drawer in the kitchen the pizza cutter goes in. She says the knife drawer. Her husband says the cooking utensil drawer. They have been moving it back and forth for years behind the other's back.
I'm team utensil cup on the counter for the pizza cutter, because the pizza cutter is one of those utensils that's only purpose is to stop you from being able to open the drawer you need. Right. It's like the potato masher. It's like, nope, you won't be getting in this drawer today, lady.
I'm team pizza cutter is a utensil. The best decision I ever made, we redid our kitchen like 5-10 years ago. And anyway, I had seen this in a magazine or something. We have a huge drawer underneath our stovetop, like our stove and our oven are in separate parts of the kitchen. So it's just a stovetop, and underneath it is a huge drawer that there is no mashed potato masher that is tall enough to prevent you from opening this door. I mean, it's like a camp trunk. It's so deep. And that has other problems because everything just goes in there.
I was going to say, don't you have to like go through I have a son who has a drawer with Legos, giant tub of Legos, basically in a drawer, and he lives above us. And you can hear when he's looking for something in there. That's how I picture you with your potato masher.
It's pretty much. Courtney wants to know, which direction do you cut a sandwich? I cut on the diagonal, so the 2 pieces are triangles. He cuts it into 2 rectangles. The 2 triangles gives you more sandwich. I can't explain that. It's just the way it is.
I grew up team horizontal, team middle cut. And now I've gone diagonal, and I'll never go back.
I feel like I have read an article saying that, like, yes, mathematically it is more sandwich, and there is a reason that the 2 triangles is more inches of sandwich than 2 rectangles, which doesn't make any sense. But I mean, I've read that more than once, that's crazy but true. So Courtney, I think you're right.
Every once in a while, I love a crunchy peanut butter on white bread. Like every once in a while, it just hits just right for me. And sometimes if I'm running late or I have to teach at night and I'm jumping in the car, I'm like, I just eat my little peanut butter sandwich. And once my husband made it for me to be nice, which of course resulted in me yelling at him because he cut it in the middle. And I was like, have we met? Like, what?
Jeez.
Why would you do this to me?
It doesn't taste good now.
It doesn't taste good. It only tastes good like a little mouse. I eat around the edges. I eat the crust first, and then I have a little triangle left. That's what I love.
I hope you're sitting down for this one, everyone. Emily brings us this question. How should you prepare an avocado for consumption? Emily says, I do it the normal way, where you cut it in half and then use a spoon to get it out and then slice, etc. Emily's husband peels it like an apple. And I just have to leave the room, says Emily, because he also uses the apple peeler in a way that makes me very nervous. Emily's husband peels an avocado like it's a potato.
I'm going to talk to you about a plague that has affected 2 members of my family. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but it is called avocado hand. Are you familiar with avocado hand?
I think you've warned us about this, but please provide this public service announcement again. I mean, I can picture it. I'm already getting a tummy ache thinking about it.
There is a term, avocado hand, and I'm just looking it up. Between 1998 and 2017, more than 50,000 people in the United States went to the emergency room seeking treatment for avocado-related knife wounds. 2 of those people were members of my own family. My sister and my niece were both victims of avocado hand.
But like using a peeler can't be it. I mean, How do you avoid avocado hand? You cut the avocado more carefully, right? You don't use a potato peeler.
Maybe you do. Maybe our time has come.
What?
No, I mean, obviously you don't use a potato peeler. That's insane. But I have to say, there's no good solution. We need one of those, like the bagel slicer. My mother-in-law bought everybody in the family bagel slicers after reading that I believe only avocado hand is only second to bagel paw, the other huge.
Well, because you hold it the same way. It's the other thing you cup in your hand and use a big knife.
You cup in your hand and attack with a sharp knife, right? So then, of course, the knife slips and you cut your hand.
I'm sure you can get a $20 avocado. I mean, there's definitely one where once you cut it in half, it like gives you like neat slices that you can scoop out. I definitely have had that at some point. But all right, we need an answer, but it's not a potato peeler. Emily's husband.
No, that's insane. And also, I just don't even understand it. A potato peel is soft, and an avocado skin is like leather.
And you're gonna get like bits of the avocado skin. Like, how do you? It's I can't sleep tonight thinking like, well, how do you know when you've gotten to the guacamole part?
Emily, please immediately send in a video of your husband potato peeling an avocado. I could see if you just used the potato peel, like the end of it to like scoop up an edge and then you hand peeled it. Still insane, but at least I understand the mechanics of it. Let's talk about Brittany June, who asks the essential question that, for the record, I know the answer to. Should French fries taste like potatoes? She says they absolutely should. You should know that a French fry is potato-based. Her husband says that they should not, and occasionally complains that his carrots taste too much like carrots and his steak tastes too beefy. Shake my head.
I know exactly what he means, right? Like, I hate when carrots are carroty, and I don't love steak fries. Like McDonald's fries I don't eat that many French fries anymore, but like McDonald's fries are the best and they taste like McDonald's fries. They don't taste like potatoes or anything else you've ever had. But when you go to a restaurant and they give you steak fries and they're just like large pieces of potato, I'm so sad. That's not...
But who wants that?
I don't know.
It's not the experience we're looking for. My daughter and I went through a McDonald's drive-through just 2 weeks ago, probably, and we get an extra set of fries. We were bringing the food home for the family, and we got an extra set of fries so we could have hot car fries, the greatest of all experiences. And we were eating them and just extolling the joys of hot car fries. And then I let out a yelp and screamed, I got one that tasted like a potato. And she's like, oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry. And then 2 minutes later, she got one that tasted like a potato. We were both outraged.
Brittany June, I'm sorry, because I think you thought you'd come here and be vindicated, but I think we're agreeing with your husband. French fries, I know they are made of potatoes, but potatoes don't taste that good, so I don't really need to be reminded. I just want them to taste like French fries.
Amy, who is not Amy Wilson, asks the question, should you use the popcorn button on the microwave or just stand there and listen for the popcorn to pop?
I don't eat microwave popcorn because it has some chemical in it that I read an article about once. I'm like, nope, never have microwave popcorn. So I'll eat popcorn, but not microwave popcorn. So I can't answer this. I have no point of view.
I love microwave popcorn. Never tell me about the chemical. I don't want to know. And I understand this dilemma perfectly. How does the microwave know which kind of popcorn I'm using? But then if you just try to, go free, you don't know what's going on. And I am team, you set it for like 7 minutes, and when the popping slows down, you take it out.
I think in general, I'm team ignore all the buttons in the microwave that are like soup and I don't know, souffle. Like they're a fool's game. You can't get anything out of those. Everything is in a minute increments. Then if it needs more time, it goes back in for 30 seconds. That's how I use the microwave.
Yeah. And popcorn is a tough one because you don't want to pull it too early because then it's like you've ruined the system. But if you let it go too long and there's the burnt pieces in there, it just ruins your whole day.
Yeah. So you need to stand there and listen for the popcorn to pop.
You got to just set it for a long time and stand there. And then you have a parasocial relationship with the popcorn. And you're like, are you done? Are you slowing down enough?
Do you care about standing close to the microwave? Like I also read this a long time ago. Like don't stand like reproductive organs level in front of your microwave for extended periods of time. Wait for the popcorn to pop, but not directly standing in front of your microwave. Or is that a necessary part?
100% don't care. Don't care about any of those things. Live under power lines. Don't care about any of those things. I mean, and it's not that I shouldn't care or I judge people who do care, but I just feel like at this point, the drinking water is like 25% plastic. I'm just like, I can't fight any of this. And so I had someone who told me sometimes if I don't have a pocket, I would stick my phone in my bra top, like to free up my hands.
Sure, like jogging bra. Right.
And someone was like, that's the worst thing you can do. Like, it'll give you breast cancer. I'm like, okay, I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot of things that are going to get me, and I just don't worry about any of them.
I worry about a bunch of them, but I'm totally with you. I'm like, don't tell me that one. I can't add that to the list. All right, I'll keep that one to myself, except I just told you. Amanda says, should you unwrap a stick of butter before it goes on a butter dish? Amanda's husband maintains it needs to be kept wrapped so he can see the measurement markings when cooking. Amanda says, my dude, if I need to butter toast, I don't care if it's a tablespoon. Now I have to do extra work to unwrap the dang butter first. And can't you just estimate a tablespoon? We're not on Hell's Kitchen.
I 1000% agree with Amanda.
I think that you should have in your kitchen the butter for the toast buttering as you go sort of use. And then you have the other sticks that were in that container. Like if I'm baking, I'll grab a new stick of butter that's all wrapped up in paper that has the tablespoons on it.
I will say, and this is, I need like the infomercial that's like, is this you? We cannot get a butter dish system going effectively in our house. I have 2 different butter dishes and I like soft butter when I butter toast, but I very rarely butter toast. So what happens is I put a stick of butter in the butter dish, and then we usually do Sunday dinner. We have family over. I like to have it soft and ready because then we usually have like a roll or something with Sunday dinner, so people like to butter it. Then we just put it away, and then it feels like, wait, hasn't it been like 14 days since we touched that butter? And then we throw the butter away, and it's just a constant problem.
Yeah. We don't use butter like too often anymore, except for baking. So I don't even think I have a butter dish. But if you do, it should definitely be unwrapped butter. Otherwise, why do you have a butter dish?
Yeah, no. I have 1000% unwrapped. I have a butter dish that's like covered and it's meant to keep the butter at a certain temperature. And I have an adorable butter dish that's a cow that sits on top. And let me tell you, what I do with both of them is throw away a lot of butter.
All right, we'll be right back with even more arguments to settle. My favorite skincare products actually feel more like self-care, like they're so nice to put on and they smell so good that I'm actually happy when I get to that part of my day. And I swear that is how I feel about Osea's anti-aging body balm.
Amy, you are usually the lotions and potions queen on this podcast, but I have to say, hard agree.
Osea's anti-aging body balm is a liquid silk body balm that combines the lasting hydration of a lotion with the firming power of a serum, leaving skin smoother and firmer.
This body balm is clinically tested and designed to deliver visible results you can see and feel.
So we've gotten to use this product for a couple of months now, and I swear I have really noticed firmer and smoother skin, like on the back of my hands. It's like getting a mini spa treatment from head to toe.
Get a spring-worthy glow with clean, clinically tested skincare from Osea. And right now, we have a special discount just for our listeners.
Get 10% off your first order site-wide with code FRESH at OseaMalibu.com.
That's 10% off your first order with code FRESH at OSEAMalibu.com.
At DSW, we ask the important questions, like, what shoes are you going to wear? Whether you're prepping for wedding season, festival season, or just planning the ultimate vacay, the right shoes can make or break an RSVP. So own the moment. You've got big plans, and we've got just the shoes. At the perfect price, of course. Get ready to get ready with Designer Shoe Warehouse. Head to your DSW store or DSW.com today and let us surprise you.
And now, things we hate, the speed round.
From the What Fresh Hell podcast.
Birthday parties.
Including, but not limited to, indoor play spaces, birthday parties we forget to attend, birthday parties that are way too long, and the horrible crime that is goodie bags.
The word I longed to hear for my whole life that I now hear 45,000 times a day.
Mom, 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 mom!
Winter clothing.
How is it already freezing? I don't know. The gloves are still in that box in the attic. You'll have to wear these oven mitts until I can find something else.
Pushing the swing at the park.
Can we put a motor on these things already? My arms are killing me.
Sunscreen.
Beach days used to involve like swimming, maybe a little volleyball, if you're lucky, a cocktail. Now they involve coating angry small people in Elmer's glue every half an hour.
This has been Things We Hate, the Speed Round.
From the What Fresh Hell podcast.
Julianne has a really good one. She wants to know, are you supposed to shower at night or in the morning? Without fail, Julianne showers every night, even after a long day of travel, even after being out, whatever. And her husband is team morning shower. Julianne says, I think it's so gross to lay in bed dirty, and he thinks it's gross. I can just wake up and go dirty all day long.
I mean, I think you get dirtier during the day than you get sleeping. You don't get that dirty sleeping.
I have family members who are just as like rigid about like you can't get under the covers until you've taken a shower. Even if you just stayed up until 1 o'clock in the morning, now you have to go shower. I think that's crazy. I'm a morning shower person, but I grew up with, and I mean like well into my 30s, with such greasy hair that I needed to get up and wash it every single morning. It didn't. If I washed it at night, I would have slept on it and it would have looked like I rolled through your, butter dish. So I had to wash my hair every morning.
Please don't.
So I wasn't going to also take a shower at night. So I'm team morning. Where are you on this?
I'm a completely agnostic to the time of day shower. Like, I get up in the morning, I go to the gym, I come home. Sometimes I work for a little while, and then I'll take a shower 3 hours later. I take a shower when I'm dirty, but I also run very dry. Like, my hair doesn't get greasy. And so I rarely am like, I have to take a shower because I feel dirty. So often I just take a shower whenever I feel like it. And I rarely take a shower at night because the one thing I don't want to do is get into bed wet. That's the worst of all possible worlds to me.
It's good to be getting old because you don't need to take a shower that much, right? Like your hair looks fine. And
yeah, your body's really not producing any oils anymore. So you're pretty much done.
Glands are done.
Yeah, I've always had a little bit of that. Like I produce the correct amount of I don't use moisturizer. I'm like, I feel fine all the time. I don't use chapstick.
You don't use moisturizer? Like when you get out of the shower?
I have just this year, it's been a very cold and dry winter. And my legs were itching and just rashy. And I was like, do I have some sort of skin disease? And I started Googling it and it was like, oh, that's dry. Your legs are dry. So I started using moisturizer on them. For the first time in my entire life, I've put moisturizer on my legs.
This shocks me. I tell you what, here's what I'm rigid about is when I get out of the shower, even if I'm in a hurry or running late or whatever, I would have to be, my house would have to be on fire for me to get out of the shower and not pause to put lotion everywhere before I got dressed. I am religious about it.
We've talked about this though. You're a lotions and potions person, but I don't use... I use the shampoo that's in the...
that comes with the hotel room.
Yeah, I use the shampoo that's in the hotel room.
I can assert this is true.
And I don't carry moisturizer with me. I don't have dry skin, I guess.
But they give you body lotion in the hotel room. Hasn't it ever occurred to you? They want me to, this is something everybody uses. There's shampoo, there's soap, and there's body lotion.
If it smells good, I will put it on and I'll be like, oh, I smell nice. But otherwise, I am not a person who uses any lotions.
No, that's interesting. And is it because people who use chapstick, the more you use chapstick, the more you need to use chapstick? I am, if I didn't use lotion for 2 days, I'd be parts of me would be flaking off. Entire parts of my body would just be
I also do notice that Amy and I have been many, many places where people are like, oh my God, Amy, what's your skincare routine? Your skin looks beautiful. And I'm like, that's a little rude because I'm also standing right here. But I think your skin probably looks much better than mine. But I just, and sometimes we'll get sponsors and stuff and I'll try stuff and I love it. I'm like, oh, it smells good. It feels good. I like it. But I usually have to defer to you because you actually know what works or doesn't work.
My medicine cabinet is so full of stuff. Yeah, I can hardly fit anything in there anymore. Interesting. All right. Well, Lauren wants to know, this is a very important one that I've never really thought about, but my family does this different ways. Lauren says, during commercials on TV and you don't want to listen to them, do you turn the volume down boop, 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 all the way, and then after the ad is over, turn the volume back up, or do you just press the mute button?
I have to say, I'm going to take a left turn on this one. And my in-laws watch TV, they have the news on and stuff. And they're like, you know what commercial I love? The one with the little girl. And I think, I haven't watched a television commercial in like 7 years. What are you talking about? Like, I sometimes get commercials served before like a video I'm watching. Like Limu Emu is kind of part of my lexicon because that pops up.
Sure, hard to escape. Yep.
Occasionally I'll watch a live sports game and then you see commercials. But we skip the commercial. Like there's a skip button and we just skip all the commercials.
Oh, well, this is if you're watching live TV. Like you're watching a football game and the commercials come on and you don't want to watch the commercials.
I just can't. I can't even relate. I don't know. We watch I think we watch the games later at night. They're like, we just don't watch live stuff anymore. I think I would argue that you just hit the mute button because otherwise you're changing the volume and it's too confusing.
I think that, I'm realizing Lauren's team mute, she says, and I think I kind of do either one, but the other people in my family definitely do like boop, 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 turn it down from like 35 to 0, right? Which is so silly. There's just a mute button right there. Yeah, I'm the same way about songs on the radio. Like my kids are always like, you know this song. And I don't know the song because I listen to...
You're not a music lady. We've talked about this.
No, I listen to podcasts in the car and I don't go to the gym. Like I don't go to like a place. I order my groceries online. I think I don't go to places like grocery stores and gyms where you're like subject to passive listening to top 40 music. And so, yeah, I'd have to be like Chappell Roan. I know who she is. I couldn't sing you any of her songs. And they're like, you know this song.
At the Pink Pony Club. Oh, you got to get that album. It's amazing.
I listened to it and like, oh, this is good for being at the grocery store. That's what yeah.
This is a funny interaction that we have all the time because I'm like, you would love this song because I'm like, everybody would love this song because it's great. And you're always like, it's fine. You're just not my mom was the same way. Like she just.
Like if I had an ice skating routine, I would guess
she wasn't wired for music in that way. It just didn't light her up.
I like certain kinds of music. I don't like pop music. All right. Laura wants to know. Is the person who brings the mail in also responsible for immediately sorting and dealing with that mail? You bring it in, you can't just plop it down on the table. You then have to sort it like this is trash, this is for my brother, this is return to sender. You need to deal with it. He who smelt it dealt it. If you brought in the mail, you have to immediately sort it.
I have no opinion. I mean, we dump the mail in a giant pile. We never look at it. And then eventually... someone's like, why did you cash the check?
The lights go off.
And the lights don't go off because what's coming in the mail anymore? You know, I think that we just pile up like gigantic piles. And then truly at some point I got a paycheck and they reached out to me and they were like, you didn't cash it for 2 months. It was not a large check. And then we couldn't find it. They had to reissue it because it's the only place I work that doesn't pay me direct deposit. And so, yeah, we don't do mail anymore.
I am in firm agreement with Laura that the person who brings it in needs to go through because I really try to cut down on not getting the junk mail in the first place. Like I'll go through periods of unsubscribing and there's an app you can use called Paper Karma that you can tear out and take a picture of the back of the catalog. You scan them a picture of your name and then your customer number and all that nonsense, and it will stop the catalogs, but then they creep back in. It's like moss or something. It shows back up. So I do this immediately because you never know, right? Like 1 in 20 things. It's going to be 14 mailers from St. Jude and then a paycheck, right? Or then like a really important tax document that came in something that looked like it wasn't important.
I mean, the correct way to do it is to sort it when you walk in the door. But we have a little desky, we call it the secretary. It's like a little thing by the front door. And we just throw giant piles on it until we clean that room and then someone throws it all away. That's our system. Can't say it's working amazing.
Works for you. Anna wants to know how tightly one should screw on jar lids. I'm a minimal twister, says Anna, and her husband screws a lid on with Fort Knox level security.
Oh, I have to do an offshoot of this. I believe that you should screw on a jar lid to medium tightness.
That's what I was thinking. There's compromise. This is, Anna, you've got to find some compromise in this house.
Yeah, there's a middle ground here. Mm-hmm. And I also think that this is not always something that is super noticeable. Like, why is this so tight? That's just how my hand works. This is probably one conversation away from fixing. But my husband is a software engineer and a computer guy. And I finally had to sit him down and be like, I don't think the hackers are after us. Like the 86 levels of security I need to turn Bravo on, we have to stop the madness. Like I don't want this level of internet security. Again, could someone hack in and read my email to you being like, we're going to record at 4:00 on Thursday? I don't think I care. Maybe put a password on the bank. But other than that, he would have these insane levels of internet security, and I had to call stop to it.
And your password 123, right? And that's like,
I'm password 0000, and let's move on with our day. Because it's true that like I use Apple devices, and I'm right now locked out of my Facebook for What Fresh Hell, and it's like you need the authorization code you set up 19 years ago, and I'm like, I guess it's nice that the security is so tight, but like I'm locked out. Like I have to now call a human to get back in.
Dashlane. I'm gonna give a shout out to Dashlane, not a sponsor, but they should be, because you can set passwords and then it remembers your passwords for you, and all you have to do is remember the Dashlane password, and then you're all set.
But does it update automatically? Like when I'm on and I'm like, oh, I can't remember my password for the like J. Crew sweater I ordered for Christmas.
And you hit reset password?
And I just go on and change it. Does it automatically update, or I have to go physically do it? Because
I mean, you do that less often because it remembers the password in the first place. But even if you have to reset a password, it'll say like, looks like you're changing this password. Do you want to save the new one? Yes, I do.
Okay, that I might need. I might need Dashlane. All right. Sold. You should get a commission. You sold a Dashlane.
But I do think that, yes, when it comes to Bravo, that's probably, you don't need 2FA to watch Real Housewives.
Just don't need this level of security. I feel that no one's after us.
So it's about compromise. If I might solve every one of these disagreements, it's like you should screw on the lids pretty tight.
It's about compromise, but stop peeling avocados with a potato peeler, because that is totally wrong.
That's the one thing we've learned today. Don't do it that way.
We cannot compromise on that. I'm sorry.
Even avocado hand is better than guacamole that have bits of the...
You'll just have to risk avocado hand. Like the 50,000 who have fallen before you.
Did you know we have a YouTube channel? Just go to YouTube, search What Fresh Hell.
Yes, I did know, Amy, that we had a YouTube channel.
900 and some people are already subscribed. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers. Why? Because YouTube loves that when you get to 1,000 subscribers. We're going to get like balloons on our page and stuff. So we're so close. If you're on YouTube, even if you don't want to watch these episodes on YouTube, did you know you could watch these episodes on YouTube? If you don't want to watch them, if you do want to watch them, subscribe to our channel next time you're on there. It'll help us grow. It'll help the podcast find more listeners.
Yay! Go subscribe on YouTube and just Google What Fresh Hell Podcast.
Yeah, and then hit the subscribe button under the...
And it'll pop right up.
Video on the right, yeah.
And smash that subscribe button.
Smash that like button, that's right. Thanks, everybody. With that, we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for listening.